So hi Gur, we're here again. And this time we're going to talk about Buchla modules, right?
Indeed. So we've been in the future and now we're going back to the past. So, hello. What are we going to talk about is the 296. And this is the almighty 296 from Don Buchla. And we recreated it in Eurorack. We are continue, as you can see, the line of modules that we are making. And this thing has been a wonderful project to work on because it's massive and at the same time so elegant. I think Don probably never finished it completely in the sense that he just, it's so good. You can just continue to tweak more and more and more and get so much out of it. So we are very excited about this one. It's really, in my opinion, the cherry on the top as far as Buchla modules. It's extremely heavy as far as hardware. Each of those bands, and there are 16 bands, has 3 bandpass filters, which are extremely narrow and amplified. So it does sound a little bit like there's kind of like a feedback to them, but it's not, it's just the nature. So when people look at it, they shouldn't be confused. This is not your typical EQ. This is a sound design machine that is so capable with all those inputs and outputs and its internal cross modulation to do vocoding that it's really something that is hard to describe in words. You play with it and you listen to it and you can hear what I'm talking about. So let's hear a little bit of that.
I'm taking the microphone again, and what I'm using is the recording patch. So I got the 258 giving me a square wave, and I'm going into, what is that? The odd input. And I am using the 207, which is also a new Buchla module we are releasing that has a mic preamp. And I'm going from the mic preamp into the even input, into the 296. And the 296 is doing the vocoding. I can play with the pitch and lower sound, or I can go and have some FM and have something a little more weird and interesting.
Okay, so that was the vocoder section of the 296. But it's capable of a lot more. So let me change the patch here. I took the 258, let's put a square wave and just go into the all-in and go from the attenuator out, and let's just hear how this thing sounds. Very musical, and you can go into each of those bands and control it with something with CV in. But to do that, we're going to go into another output, which is the program output, and that's going to be right here. So now with the program out, we are listening to the CV that is applied just to this signal, this band, excuse me. So we have. Okay. Simultaneously, we can play with the frequency and just play with the entire spectrum. We can do that. Go here. So we can go also and control the spectrum itself. width. So everything works together here. There's so many points to control. You can just keep adding modulation. Let's take another channel and let's go maybe here. They're all crossing each other to make really interesting vowels and all kind of sound effects with this patch alone. Now another thing that lower it down. Another thing that the 296 was meant to do is vocoding on a larger scale. What it means that you got 296 and you're gonna take the outputs from here. These are all the envelope followers, each band, and you're gonna connect it to the voltage control on the 296 gonna sit next to it, to these inputs. So you're going to go all 16 out to all 16 in. And then you have a true 16-band, all-analog vocoder. This is, these things are very rare. Yeah, so this is the 296. It's pretty shallow. You can see it fits in the Mantis case. So that tells how deep it is. We hope to get a release soon. It's pretty much ready, I would say. Some tweaks, some testing. Again, like everything else, we need to test and test and test to make sure we do things right. And I hope that in the coming months it will be released. Price, I'm not sure yet. We are looking into making it a high quality product because I think that's what people would expect from something like that. So it's obviously not going to be in the $300–400 range. It's probably going to be up north than that. But it's still going to be obviously a bargain compared to the alternative. The next module is the 207. As I mentioned earlier, this is a 6-channel mixer that Don Buchla designed. It has some interesting routing. It has the mic preamp built into it. It's a good companion to the 296 again for vocoding. And all by itself, it has panning and voltage control panning on 2 of these channels. And it has an expansion input. So if you go from the output into the expansion in, you can basically build a 12-channel mixer and so on. You can really grow this to a big mixer. It has quite a good amount of headroom and a very nice sound quality. So, you know, it's another classic. This one is also very close to release. Price is, I'm guessing, around the 200 or something. And a lot more is coming on the 200T front. We're working really hard on this. We're working on art. We're working on a lot of things and having a good time.
Brilliant, Gur. Thank you very much.
Thank you.